Anastasia Chatzka. I'm a fashion designer, pattern maker, and sewing educator, and I'm so happy you're here sewing along with me today. Bathing suit season is here, and I'm so excited to make some bathing suits. So I really wanted a bathing suit that is high-waisted and ties up the sides so it still has a little bit of sex appeal. And I couldn't find anything anywhere, so I decided that we should make one. Well, I did find one. It was a wild, crazy print at Victoria's Secret. Didn't love the print, so I decided, let's make one. So I designed a pattern that you can download at sewanastasia.com under the digital downloads, and it's gonna be in size extra small through 6X, so a size for everyone. Splish splash, bathing suit season is here. So let's sew up this bathing suit. Supplies for making this bathing suit bottom are super easy. You're gonna need some spandex fabric, about 1/2 yard depending on what size you are, and then you're also gonna need a little bit of elastic, plus the pattern that you can get at sewanastasia.com. And then that is it. The first thing we're gonna do is cut out the fabric. So we're gonna cut 2 out of the front and 2 out of the back, and we're cutting 2 because we're going to be self-lining it. So now we have 2 of the front cut out and 2 of the back. Now that the main bathing suit is cut out, we have one last thing to cut out. We need to cut a bunch of strips so that way we can get these little ties, and then we need these little loops for the side of the bathing suit. And I'm gonna show you how to make these nice and durable with sewing elastic inside of them, so that way when you really stretch and pull these, they are not gonna pop. If you have ever serged together, even just sewn together a strip of elastic in a tube, and you pull it real hard, you'll start to hear a pop, even if you've serged it. So I'm gonna show you how to avoid that. So you're probably wondering, how many strips do I need to cut out so that way I can make these ties? Well, you're gonna need 1 for each side of the bathing suit. I cut these ones about 1 yard long. You could want them longer or shorter depending on how tight you want to cinch it up or how open you want it. So, do a little playing around and figure that one out. And then you're gonna need to cut a few yards so you can make these little loops. So go ahead and cut about 4 yards of strips, 1.25 inches wide. So I'm gonna demo a sample of how to get the elastic right inside of the tie. So you can use up your little pieces to create these little loops, but for the really long ones, you're gonna wanna make sure it's one long piece. So I love to use a quilting ruler in my rotary cutter. I've got the edge of my fabric lined up with 1.25 inches, and I'm just going to take my blade, go over it a couple times, and now I've got a perfect 1.25 inch strip. So to sew this tie together, we need to place right sides together, place a narrow piece of elastic about 1/4 inch wide over it, and then just serge or zigzag it all together at the same time. But I have got a great hack for you. We are going to be using a picot elastic, and we don't need those little ruffly edges on there, so we are gonna cut them off while we're serging. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to line this up so you can use the picot elastic that you have laying around. And you're gonna use the exact same method for regular elastic without the picot edge. You just wanna use an elastic that's about 1/4 inch wide so that way it fits real nice in the little skinny strap that we're making. So we're gonna take this tie, and we're gonna fold it right sides together. And then we are gonna take the picot elastic, and we are gonna make sure that the picot is hanging off the edge and that the 1/4 inch of the woven elastic here is right on the edge. And so when we serge, we're gonna be serging off the little cute decorative edge, and we're gonna be sewing on the flat elastic. And if you have regular elastic, you're just gonna be putting the edge of the elastic band right on the edge of the fabric. And if you don't have a serger, that's totally okay. You can use a zigzag stitch. You just need to make sure that you are using a stretch stitch. And if you're using the picot elastic with a zigzag stitch or a different stretch stitch, you're gonna have to go and cut off all that little decorative edge before you sew it onto your little strap. If you're loving this video so far, make sure you subscribe to Sew Anastasia and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching. Also, I now have Sew Anastasia merch, so you can help support Sew Anastasia by getting some awesome swag with Sew Anastasia on it. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, all that good stuff you know you want. Now let's get back to sewing up these bathing suit bottoms. So I have everything lined up, and we're gonna cut off that decorative edge and sew right on top of the flat elastic you're seeing. So you can see that I am lining up my flat elastic where my 2 needles are and cutting off that decorative edge. So we're gonna keep both layers of our tie together and our elastic on top. There we go. Now you can see we have the narrow elastic sewn to our little spaghetti strap that we're making here. And when we stretch it as far as it'll go, there is no popping and it comes right back. It retains its shape, which is great. So now what we need to do is turn it right side out. So we're going to take a safety pin, go through 1 layer, clip it, and then take the head of the safety pin, put it in the little hole and push it through. Make sure you get the end started so that it's coming off the end of the safety pin so it doesn't bunch up. And then just keep pushing and pulling. So it's just like making a scrunchie. Once you get it all the way through, it's going to flip right out right side. There we go. And now we have a beautiful tie. And it is super stretchy and thick and durable. So this is the best way to make straps for swimwear. Once you've prepped all of your straps, you should have 2 really long ones that are about 36 inches long, and then you should have 24 that are 2 inches long. Now that you have all your pieces cut out, it should look something like this. 2 backs, 2 fronts, 2 long ties, and 24 little bits. Next, we need to mark where all those little loops go. So we need to make 24 marks on our bathing suit. So I'm cutting out about 24 little loops for the side of my bathing suit, but you could cut more or you could cut less. This really depends on how big of a gap you want where the X's are, where the ties are gonna go. Especially if you're cutting out a bigger size, you're probably gonna wanna cut more loops. So what I would do is measure the side of your bathing suit, and I like to put one about every inch. So go ahead and measure your pattern, and then you can decide how many loops you need to cut out. For my first mark, I want to put it at a 1/2 inch because I want to make sure I have enough room here for the loop and the seam allowance. So now I'm going to move my ruler down and I am going to mark every inch. Excellent. And now we can do this to all the sides of the bathing suit. Now what we're gonna do is take the loop and fold it so both of the raw edges are with the raw edge of the bathing suit. I'm gonna use these clips here to clip it in place. And so now you can see that the loop is facing the inside of the bathing suit, and that's because when we place right sides together to finish this and they flip out, then you'll have your loop on the side of your hip. So for right now, you're gonna be placing them towards the inside of your bathing suit. And we're gonna be placing the edge of the loop next to the little mark that you put there with your chalk going down towards the bathing suit. So you're just gonna do this all the way down on the side of your bathing suit to all 4 sides. And if you don't have clips, you can totally use pins. There we go. So now you want to do this to all the sides of your bathing suit. I'm just going to demo one side to show you exactly how to do it, and just make sure you do the same thing to all 4 sides. Also, make sure you're not putting them on your lining pieces. You just want to put these on one set of the bathing suit bottom that you have, because the other set is for the lining. So let's head over to the sewing machine and baste these down. So I've got everything lined up. I have my machine set to a basting stitch so that way I can take it out later, and it's just going to hold these little loops in place while we continue working on the bathing suit. So make sure you remove your clip, keep everything lined up. This is the tricky part. It wants to move around like crazy on you. But once you get it started, it's pretty easy. And when you get to the end, just backstitch and cut. So I sewed all the loops up on the sides, so let's check it out. So you can see we've got all of these awesome loops on the sides of our bathing suit, and I used a basting stitch to go over them to hold them in place. So this time though, we're gonna leave the basting stitch in even after we serge over the edges later with the lining, because we're gonna have the serge a little outside of that stitch, so there's no reason to take it out. Next, we're gonna sew up that little crotch seam on the self fabric and the lining fabric. I'm gonna be using a serger to do this, but you can also use your zigzag stitch. So now what we're gonna do is sew up this little seam. So let's place them right sides together, and we are just gonna serge that together. And we are gonna do that on both sets. So easy. Now we're gonna serge up the next one. There we go, and now we got the second one finished. Now what we're gonna do is take the lining fabric and place it right sides together with the self fabric. And now what we're gonna do is kind of like this pillowcase method. So we are gonna sew all the way around the outside. You might be wondering, how are we gonna flip it? Well, we're gonna go back and open up about a 1/2 inch in the crotch seam here after, and then flip it right side out. You're probably wondering, why did you just sew it up then? Well, I did that because I just wanna make sure nothing stretches out of whack kind of, and it really just takes a few seconds to open up some stitches and flip it. If you don't have a serger, make sure you're using the zigzag stitch because this seam really needs to stretch, so that way when you're swimming, it moves freely. So I have right sides together and we're ready to sew up the seams at 3/8 of an inch. So you can use that serger or you can use the zigzag stitch. And just make sure that everything is nice and lined up on the side because you're also going to be sewing over those little loops that we've created. Let's check it out real quick. Okay, that is looking great. So now we can continue. Oh my God, so I was sewing and I was like, something seems off here. Well, I was totally forgetting to put the elastic in the leg openings. So let's back it up a step and go over how to put the elastic in the leg openings. So the benefit to adding this is so that around your leg or around your butt, the bathing suit doesn't like fan out or pop out, and it's gonna hug your skin nicely. And to prevent it from like really squishing you, which nobody likes that squished bathing suit look around their butt or their leg, right? We're just gonna give it a little bit of stretch while we're sewing it in, and it's just gonna give it a beautiful fit. So we're still gonna leave the right sides together. What we're gonna do while we're serging this leg opening here is just sew the elastic in as well. I'm gonna use that picot elastic again just so I can use it up, but all you need to do is buy that 1/4 inch wide elastic, sew it into the leg opening, and just give it a little stretch while you're sewing it into the leg opening. And you're gonna do that for both leg openings. Now, I already serged this side by accident because I totally forgot, but that's okay. I can just serge it again and go back and add the elastic. So we're keeping all these layers together, slightly pulling this elastic and cutting off the picot at the same time. So we sewed it all up and it should look something like this. It looks pretty weird, right? So let's turn it right side out and check out our hard work. So let's just seam rip open maybe like 5 or 6 of these stitches here, so that way we can end up flipping it right side out. There we go, we got our little opening. And now what you can do is just start pushing it through that little opening. There we go. We have our bathing suit bottom complete here. And now what we need to do is sew up this little opening. So you could grab a hand sewing needle and just slip stitch this up, or hold both layers together and just run a little straight edge stitch right next to the edge, and it's gonna keep that nice and closed up for you. So I sewed that up real quick, and now it's time to put our ties into the side and then try it on. So I'm gonna start at the top so that way I can have my little bow at the bottom. So I'm just crisscrossing the ties just like I would if I was tying a pair of shoes. And speaking of that, you can tie a pair of shoes so many different ways, which means you could tie the side of this bathing suit so many different ways. Okay, that is looking awesome. So So now what we want to do is tie these at the end. Just gonna tie them in a little loose knot right now so I can adjust them when I try them on. And now we're gonna tie up the other side. Now that we're done with this side, I'm just gonna tie it in a loose knot so I can adjust it when I try it on. And we are basically done. All we need to do is try them on and adjust them. So for the ends of your ties, you could cut them and tie them in a knot, which I'm gonna do, or you could string some beads on here and then tie it in a knot. You could do something a little fancy if you like. So I'm just gonna cut the end and then just go ahead and tie it in a knot. There we go. We did it! Here are the awesome tie-side, high-waisted bathing suit bottoms. I love them, they're super comfy, they feel super secure. I feel like I could go diving in them and they are not gonna fall off. But we got a little sex appeal with the tie up the side. So you can see how nicely our edges are finished. I just love these ties up the side. It is super fun and we're nice and secure in back here so we don't have any fluttering of the fabric because we put that nice elastic in here. Thanks so much for watching Sewing Anastasia today. I hope you had fun sewing a high-waisted bathing suit bottom with the cool tie-up side. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it some applause, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you thought about it, and I would love to make some more bathing suit tutorials this summer, so leave down below what kind of bathing suit tutorials you want to see because I would love to create them for you. And if you're not already a subscriber to Sewing Anastasia, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing and watching all of the sewing tutorials. Also, don't forget, I now teach sewing classes in my design studio in Chicago, Illinois. So you could fly in and sew with me, or you could take a lesson virtually. So cool, right? Check all that out at sewinganastasia.com. Also, don't forget, you can get this bathing suit pattern on my website under digital downloads, and I designed it. So cool, right? And by purchasing patterns that I've designed, it's a great way to support Sewing Anastasia, so that way I can bring you all kinds of free sewing content. So awesome, right? Thanks so much for watching. Bye.